We're going live. We're live. We're live. Hey, everybody. Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. Surprise live show for what is today? Thursday, the 2nd of April. Did you see my video yesterday that I put up? I had some fun with it. Some people weren't having fun with it, but I had a really good time. Welcome one, welcome all to the surprise live show. Jennifer's making an appearance right there. That's what Jennifer's hand looks like. Look at that. Look at that. It's the scruffy version of TWB. You're getting Bruce as scruffy as he comes. What can I say? I just thought I'd go live today and say hi to everybody. See if any of you have comments you'd like to make, because you're making comments today on Facebook. And I'm getting comments on my channel today. And I thought, well, why not go live and let's share a little commentary. See what we think about what's going on in the wild and wacky world in which we are finding ourselves right now. And, get a chance to say hi. And after all, it's Thursday. I won't see you till Monday, which is usually when I'm on. So why not? Welcome one, welcome all to Traveling with Bruce, the Thursday 5 o'clock Eastern Time edition without any announcement and planning. We've just gone live, just like that. Although it takes me about half an hour to do all this. It's just insane how this works. Hope you're keeping well. Hope you're all being safe, keeping that social distancing you're supposed to be doing. And hope you're all being safe, keeping that social. That's me. Jennifer loves it when that happens. Yes, staying safe and warm and inside and away from that dreaded you-know-what thing, the Mexican beer virus we keep talking about. I was going to do a video today. I really had good intentions. Actually, I was going to do a second video. I've already done one video. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's 22 minutes long. Have you got all day? There's a 22-minute video that I posted this morning, talking about what if you've got your cruise canceled and you got a future cruise credit? What do you do? Should you just ask for your money back? Should you keep the credit? When should you rebook? What happens if the cruise line merges with another cruise line? Do you lose it? What happens if the cruise line goes out of business? Do you completely lose it? All that kind of stuff. So that's what I was working on today on that video. And so all those questions are answered in the video. So check it out. And we'll see what everybody wants to talk about here. We got 130 of you already watching me. Welcome to the show, the impromptu traveling with Bruce show. I know right now, live while it's happening, I know there are snippets of video on your television showing the Holland America Zaandam being brought into the Fort Lauderdale cruise port, the terminal, and the ship will be disembarking. It's passengers, obviously those who have to go to hospital will go to hospital, and so on. Just so you know, I don't know if you've heard, but Carnival has assured Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades, I should really call it. They've assured the citizens of Florida and Fort Lauderdale that the costs associated with bringing in these people, looking after them, is Carnival's taking care of it. Okay, they just raised $6.5 billion day before yesterday. They have $10 billion in cash in the bank. They can handle this. They're looking after their customers, and that should be a message to a lot of you out there who are Carnival haters. That Carnival, with of course the fact that they own Princess, they own Holland America, they own Cunard, and they own a number of other 9 lines. They take care of their people. They take care of their customers. It's one thing we can't accuse them of not doing. The Holland America Rotterdam is also coming in with apparently nothing but healthy passengers, but they will be, the Canadians will be sent right away to the airport. There's a charter flights have been arranged for Canadians to take them home, and then they'll be quarantined when they get there. There are other aircraft coming in for the UK. I think some European countries. I'm not sure about South American countries. These folks are all going to be scattered out. So very few people will be in Fort Lauderdale in 12 hours from now. They'll all have gone. They'll all have been transported inside sanitized buses and with crew wearing the masks and all that stuff. So there you go. Okay. Thank you all of you who are saying congratulations on 50,000 subs. Thank you, everybody. That was a huge deal. I would have made much more of it, but in these times, I just didn't think it was appropriate to really jump up and down like that. But it's a big deal. Any of you who know me as a YouTuber, if you've been following me for the last 2 years, you know what it was when I hit 1,000 subscribers. You know what it was like when I hit 10,000 subscribers. When I hit 25,000, it was a big deal. When I hit 45,558, that was a big deal. So getting a 50, that's huge. Right now, we're over 50,200. We're going to be at 50,300 tonight. It's incredible. Another 300 since then. It just blows my mind. And thank you, worldwide viewers, because it isn't just viewers in any one area of the country that are doing this in the U.S. or Canada. This is a global audience, and I am very appreciative of the thumbs ups you give me for my videos, subscribing to my channel, and all the support you give me, comments, you name it. So the Zaandam and the Rotterdam will be probably offloaded by later tonight or by tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly of the logistics of it all being done, but it's all been worked out. The next ship coming into Fort Lauderdale will be the Coral Princess. The Coral Princess is on its way to Fort Lauderdale. It was in Barbados 2 days ago, refueled. It dropped off one passenger in real rough shape. They're coming in. There's already confirmed report that the Coral Princess does have 12 passengers with the virus. No question about it. They've done the tests on them. The tests have come back. They did, I think, 13 tests. 12 were positive. And same thing. It's a Carnival-owned cruise ship, and Carnival is handling the costs. There's just no issues about it. So a couple of things I'd like to talk about today. The reason I'm live today, right now, unscheduled, was because I noticed today there were some comments showing up in our in our Facebook group page. We have a Facebook group page for Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's. And if you'd like to become a member of that page, just head on over there, find the page on Facebook, do a search, ask to join the channel. I'll let you in. I'm the administrator. We have over 3,200 now people who are members of that page. We were only at 1,000 2.5 months ago, so it's just been a huge growth curve. And I'm pretty easygoing on that page. I am not a serious taskmaster with respect to what you post has to be reviewed first and all that. It's kind of an honor system to be part of that page, but I do watch it, and I will remove content that is not appropriate. But from what I'm noticing, the Facebookers that are coming in to join the group page, they are of a generation and of a class of very commendable people. You're all wonderful, and you all know what is and is not appropriate, and I don't have to tell you, but I have to admit that in the last week I've had to remove a few people from the page, and I've had to remove a few comments or postings that are inappropriate. It's not a political page, folks, so don't bring your politics to that page. We love talking about cruise ships. We're cruise addicts. Traveling with Bruce loves talking about cruise ships and the travel business, and so we're talking about that. And we try to keep everything else out. And certainly, we really don't want hate, and we don't want controversy, and we don't want getting people all riled up. That's not what that page is for. That page there is to enjoy each other's company, share news that we're coming across with respect to the cruise lines, cruise ships. You might know someone on a cruise, and you're getting info from them, or you might know a cruise member, or you have a family member that's a crew member, and you're sharing info. That's what it's there for. It's fantastic. A lot of you, I've asked you, and I always ask, please post photos of your favorite vacations you've ever had on a cruise ship. Post photos of the favorite ships you've been on. photos you're finding or discovering of cruise ships, even ocean liners from 50 years ago, 60 years ago. I love it. I love stuff, anything to do with cruising and ocean going vessels. That's what that page is there for. And we have a good time there. It's a lot of fun. It's easy going, and there are a number of folks who are pretty frequent posters, and we all are used to them. And we're a lot of gifts show up, and a lot of gags show up. It's a lot of fun, and that's what it's for. So today I had to kind of make a little speech on my Facebook page to everyone just to remind them what it's about. And with that, I thought, you know what, Bruce, it's tense out there. There's tension. I feel it. I totally feel it. I'm getting a lot of vibes of tension from my viewers on my YouTube channel, and to give you an idea, in the last 3 weeks, 900 plus comments that have been made on my channel did not go through the YouTube filter and make it onto the channel. They're in a kind of a holding pattern, and I have to go through these comments manually to read them and to decide what goes through and what doesn't. And there are some really nasty ones that will never see the light of day. And those folks who've posted those, I'd like to just say, folks, you'll never be able to post on my channel again. You've been eliminated forever, because I don't need to be a collector of that kind of nonsense. But I can just feel, there's a lot of anxiousness going on. We're seeing the numbers on our television screen constantly going higher and higher and higher with respect to how many folks have this virus. People are passing away. It's only going to get worse, because the next 2 to 3 weeks are supposed to be the worst of it. So, of course, remind you remind us, we remind each other, stay indoors, stay home, and stay safe, and don't do anything silly out there and try to spread that virus. I'm hoping that the numbers will ebb sooner rather than later, and I'm hoping it won't be as bad as officials fear. But you have to be prepared for the worst, and so this is one of those moments that we never thought it was coming. And I bet you, if we could, and I think a lot of us now who are watching this show, a lot of you who are watching me, you're kind of my age. You're in my neighborhood. I'm 64. I'm going to be 65 this year. You might be, say, 10 or 15 years shorter or ahead of me in this general age range. There's a lot of us out here who, boy, I would love to be talking to my grandmother right now, who's long passed away, to get from her the feeling she had when something like the Second World War broke out. Talking to my father about it, he couldn't give me the perspective that I would really love to have, because he was only a child when it happened. He didn't. He wasn't all grown up with kids and a family and responsibility. But boy, if I could talk to my grandparents, and my great grandparents of what it was like for them, the feeling they had, the anxiety, the all of this. All these emotions that would have overtaken so many of our family members at that time. I had family members in Europe, of course, because my mother and father were both from Europe and immigrated into Canada back in the early 50s. But those of you who are second, third, fourth generation Canadian American and whatnot, same thing for you guys to kind of get the feel of what it was like in the U.S. or in Canada in 1936, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, when it all was happening. But it didn't happen overnight. It sort of came along, didn't it? It's sort of, we see these documentaries on PBS and other stations in the history of World War II, and you know that it just didn't break out one day. It just started. There was a sneak attack maybe in Pearl Harbor, but there was already all kinds of nonsense happening in Europe. Where this thing here, this Mexican beer virus, this baby here, really fast. I mean, lightning fast, and it's evolved in front of our eyes in the last few weeks. Where I'm remembering the month of February. It was a problem over there somewhere. I was like, it's not here. It's somewhere else. But we're watching it, and then it was happening from Asia. It started to happen in Iran, and then it started happening in Italy. Italy of all places, Italy, and then Spain, and cases in Europe, and oh my gosh, and then look out, here we go, New York City, and look at it in America now. I mean, look at it in North America, but look at it in the United States, in particular in New York. It's just stunning, breathtaking and scary all at the same time, isn't it? And we're all in it together. And it just shows you how interconnected we are, doesn't it? It also shows you how a virus starting, in Asia somewhere can spread around the world within a week or two because of how much travel and interrelation we have. I mean, we have so many ways of meeting people who, have just came in from somewhere else. I mean, even in Creston, I mean, if I went to the bank and lined up behind, getting in line to see a teller, the person ahead of me or behind me could have been on an airplane 2 days earlier and flown in from Toronto, and they could have done a business meeting there, and that's 3.5 hours from here by jet, and they would have perhaps met people and talked to people who were in Europe in the last day or two prior to that, and those folks were intermingling with people who've been to Asia the 2 days before that. So in like 5 days removed, I'm breathing the same air with someone in line that has now met all those people potentially, because if the virus caught on and skipped over, it can all come all the way over to little Creston in the middle of British Columbia, just north of the Idaho border. Folks, wherever you are in the world, watching me, you're surrounded by the virus. It's just everywhere, and it's just the way it is. And it's no one's fault. It's just the human race as we are now. Okay, we could say back in the 1930s it wouldn't have been so fast. Probably right, but then it might have been extremely concentrated where it was, and would have caused real catastrophe. And I can only think of the only example I can think of that I'm hearing a lot of now. I'm hearing a lot about is the Spanish flu from during the First World War years, that era, that range of years, and how it just decimated so much of mankind for and what we know now versus what they knew then. Oh my gosh, they had no idea what was going on. Now we can see historically, oh, that's what happened. And now we're fast forwarding to today and going, oh my gosh, we're doing it again. It's happening again, but in fast motion, kind of like time lapse photography. It's going real fast and it's happening all over the place. Anyway, I just thought I'd air that. One other thing I wanted to mention, and I hope you're not going to be upset about this. This is just my personal opinion, by the way. Just Bruce here ranting away, and I'll get to your comments here quickly. Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades, Miami, and Port Canaveral. Those three ports are, for the cruise line business, they are the world's busiest ports. If you take the top, say, 5 busiest cruise passenger ports in the world, they would be in the top 5. I'm not sure, it varies who's 1, 2, and 3. It goes back and forth between Miami, Port Canaveral, and Fort Lauderdale. But over the years, they are now dominating the cruise business. And as far as my stats go, as far as my recollections go, I believe between the three of them, they're now generating or they're now handling over 12 million to 15 million passengers a year. And the expected growth curve of the cruise business had been, up until 2 months ago, had been that this year would be 30 million passengers, next year maybe 32 million, and then 34, 35 million, and on and on and on. And these three ports were going to get their fair share of that business. They're all expanding their operations. They're all constantly modernizing and maintaining their ports, and all three ports run a real good show. They really know what they're doing. The terminals in Miami are unbelievable. I mean, the Royal Caribbean terminal there, you have facial recognition to get on and off ships. The speed of how they can get 6,500 passengers on an Oasis class ship in Miami is just breathtaking. The airports, the other facilities are all world class, can handle these volumes. Among all the other millions of travelers that enjoy southern Florida, the cruise ports are handling their fair share of people. The state of Florida earns a ton of money from cruise lines because of cruise passengers. People like you and me, we make Florida a lot of money. We spend money there when we arrive the day before a cruise or longer. We spend money when we come back. We fly in and out of the airport. There's taxes and fees there. There are taxis and Uber drivers, rental cars, hotels, restaurants, you name it. How many millions of Floridians have jobs because of the cruise sector and the travel sector as a whole? And Miami and Fort Lauderdale and Port Canaveral have been striving to be the dominant centers for cruising. And I think it's great. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And when times are good, you make hay when the sun shines. These sports are making a lot of capital. They're paying for themselves, and they're an amazing and incredible economic engine for the state and the region of Florida and southeast United States. But my attitude on it is, in bad times, there has to be a leader. Someone has to step up, and right now, Florida should be stepping up. And this governor, he ain't got the chops. We on the outside looking in are just horrified at what we're hearing and seeing and witnessing. Florida is not on a lockdown. What the hell's wrong with that? That should have been done 2 weeks ago. Total shutdown, lockdown. Nonetheless, every state in the union has its own rules, regulations, and how they govern themselves. That's what the United States is all about. But when there's an international pandemic, this isn't the U.S. problem, this isn't the Canada problem, this is an international problem of epic proportions. And there are innocent people on cruise ships who, through no fault of their own, are caught in this vortex of misery. To be denied port after port after port is really a sad sight to see. I am disappointed in the countries around the world that have turned away cruise ships with either fully healthy passengers or some ill passengers, to just turn their backs on them is really a disappointment. If a worldwide pandemic can't make the human race become one, I don't know what will. I have no idea what else it could be. There's nothing more than this. Because this disease knows no boundaries, knows no religion thing. It doesn't care. It's just it's a virus. Viruses don't give a crap about who you are, what you believe, where you're from, who your daddy is, whether you're a politician or a beggar or an industrialist or just an average Joe. It doesn't care. And the virus will just do what viruses do. And this one settles in. And if given the right circumstances, it kills its host. And I'm deeply disappointed in a number of countries out there who have turned their backs, in particular, on cruise ships, because airplanes are difficult to turn your back on. They can only be in the air for so many hours, and they have to land. And an airplane leaving from New York and flying to Miami is hardly not going to be allowed to land in Miami, because eventually it runs out of gas and then it lands in an abrupt way. But cruise ships are slow motion movers, and it just seems that once a ship is in the water, people change their rules. They just change the rules, and a cruise ship comes to a port that they were supposed to come into, and all of a sudden they're not allowed in anymore. And I've been reading comments on my YouTube page and on my Facebook page, and I've seen it on others out there, where there are those out there who say, well, they don't pay U.S. taxes, so the hell with those guys, and they're not U.S. registered companies, so why should we do anything? Folks, you just keep forgetting the one thing that you have to remember. These are human beings on board these cruise ships. These aren't robots. These aren't soldiers coming to invade your country. Whether the ship is trying to get to Chile or to Paraguay or to Bolivia or to Colombia or to Panama, all these countries treat these cruise ships like they're foreign invaders, and that's just not the case. And well, frankly, I think that a lot of us cruisers out there, we may have to really think long and hard who our friends are, and just kind of what protections we have, if any, when we go on a cruise ship going forward. And I now can see why cruise lines going forward are probably going to say, you know what, when we take a cruise out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale or out of Baltimore, you know where we're going to go? We're going to go to countries that would have let us in when the chips were down, and/or we're going to our own private islands. That's where we're going to go, because we can control the situation there. All we have to know is we can come back to our home port, and I'm very glad to see that the two Holland America ships right now are coming into Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades. I'm looking forward to the Coral Princess coming in without any issues whatsoever. And I'm looking forward to these people being looked after and being, flown to wherever they have to fly to and treated however they have to be treated, because the amount of taxes that have been paid by us as passengers of these cruise lines, through all the hotel taxes and state taxes for alcohol and gasoline taxes, and we as travelers, we pay a lot of taxes. We don't get deducted at source in Florida, but we pay on the other end. When we're spending our money, there's a chunk of cash that goes to the state each and every transaction. It's time for Florida to start using some of that money to look after some of these folks. I'm not saying it's a bottomless, endless pit of medical expenses, nothing like that whatsoever. And I come back to the one argument I make time and time again, and I'm going to bring it up one more time today. What about this idea? Don't you think it would be a good idea if every cruise passenger around the world, when they bought their cruise package, inside the price of the package are not only the cost of the fare, the tips for the automatic tipping that they're going to have, the port charges and fees and all that stuff that's all built in. What about built-in travel insurance that covers hospital stays? And let's have legislation passed worldwide that no insurance company can sneak out of it with some sort of a pandemic exception clause. Let's get rid of that. Because if you're in the insurance business, you're in the insurance business all the time, not when it's convenient for you, but when it's needed. And right now, insurance companies that are backing off, holding their hands up, saying there's nothing I can do for you. You lost your cruise fare, you lost your hotel, you lost your airfare, and you got to pay your own medical because, after all, this is an act of God. No, it's not. This is called life. And life insurance, cruise insurance, it's life. And I tell you right now, I would just make it mandatory that if you're in the insurance business, there's no way to back out of this stuff. It has to be covered. And if all hospitals were honoring insurance policies for treatment, the cost of medical procedures would drop precipitously because the number of people in the system would be massive. There'd be millions more. So the cost per person would drop because of the volume of the business, in good times or in bad. I've said this before about having automatic travel and medical insurance, evac insurance, as part of your cruise fare, so that these non-registered corporations offering cruises out of the North America have at least offered their passengers full-blown protection with regard to the surprise medical bills that people have been getting for years. How many videos have I done, and how many times have we talked about this on my show, where people go on a cruise, they cut their finger. By the way, I cut my finger. Take this little finger right here with a little cut that I had today. Take that to a medical facility on a cruise ship. How much would that cost me to get the doctor to look at it, put some polysporin on it, put a Band-Aid on it? How much do you think I'd pay for this little old thing? $10? Oh no. 50? Oh no. $500? Maybe. Might run me $500. Ridiculous. It's a Band-Aid and some polysporin, for crying out loud. Geez, in the old days, we'd rub dirt on it, Anyway, I'm just an old guy talking. Love to get your thoughts. I'm sure there are a zillion comments waiting for me. I want to say thank you for joining me for this impromptu live show. Traveling with Bruce is here. TWB, got my matching shirt on today with this logoed mug. And thank you for all your support and your comments. And hope you're not too angry with me today as I rant away. Cheers. Caffeine-free Diet Coke. Love this stuff. Let me get my assisters on. My reading assist classes, which are always crooked. Have you noticed how they're always crooked on my head? Because they're so cheap. They're Costco. You get 3 for $18. They're just magnifiers, and I just need them can read the comments because the comments are way over here, like an arm's length away from me, and I can't always see it. So let's see who's here. Say hi to me. Tell me, where are you watching me from, folks? What's your temperature today? What's the price of gas in your neighborhood? And gas prices are interesting these days, aren't they? How low is your gas in your neighborhood? What's the cheapest price you've seen for regular gas? I'd love to know. Toxic Remedy is in the house. Welcome. Captain Gans, I believe from Australia, is here, if I'm not mistaken, unless you're down in New Zealand, but I think you're in Australia. How you doing? Nice to see you. Rob Slevin is here. Donna is in the house today. There's Rob saying hi. Donna, are we on the right channel? Scott Smith hasn't started, but he's not coming through. I haven't started when these comments came in. I was just a little behind. Everyone's saying hi to me. A Facebook user, hiya, Bruce. Anyone watching me on Facebook, if you want me to say hi to you by name, you got to type your name in the message because it only says Facebook user. So I don't know who it is. I came in there. Someone said hi to Jen because her hand made an appearance today. Donna, don't care for April Fool's jokes. Donna, don't watch my channel April 1st. This is the lesson to you, my dear. This is the third year in a row I've done an April 1st video. You got to get with the program. Oh man, the comments that I got for that video, 99.9% made me laugh because, of course, I got you. And then there were the 0.1 who were really mad at me. They made me laugh too because I laugh at people that can't laugh. It's unbelievable. Diana, welcome, Diana, to the show. How are you? DNG, hi guys, how's it going? DNG, how you doing down in beautiful California? Brittany and Tigger do Disney. Hi there, Brittany. Tom Henry's here. Hey pal, how are you? Clifford Sayers, a good afternoon. Bruce, Sherry Johnson is here. Donna is here. D&G saying hi to Tom. Brittany, let's all give Bruce a thumbs up. She's got the right idea. Give this video, give this live show a thumbs up. And somebody tell me how many thumbs up have I got right now? I'm looking at my cell phone down here with live comments going by. And let me know how many thumbs up have we got because I can't tell you how many we have going. Hopefully we can get a whole bunch of them going today. Sarah Han is docked. Sahara Han docked. Does that mean, would that be the Zandam is docked? We have 90, 95, 96 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Let's get a couple of hundred through here. That would be great, guys. Throw them in there. Who else is here? Paulie, love your videos. Love from Portugal. Thank you so much, Paulie. Diana, thank you for the great updates. William, hi, glad you do what you do. I am too. I love doing what I do. Right here from my living room in Creston, British Columbia. IR number one fool. Hi, Bruce. Cheers from West Coast Canada. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Cole Carey. Hey, Bruce. I have some sad news. My grandpa died last week, Friday morning. I'm sorry that this is happening. There are a number of elders out there. We're losing them. It is really disturbing. It's sad. And then there are people far too young that we're losing. And I'm dreading the next 3 weeks of names we might recognize. And that's really, just scares me. I just am praying for everybody. Chili Falls, greeting from Virginia. Buddy, how you doing, Chili Falls? Welcome. What do you think about the scruffy look? I'm not ready I'm ready for radio. That's what I'm ready for today. Sherry Johnson, watching the Hall America ships arrive in Port Everglades. Vincent is here. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Bruce from Country Cork, Ireland, I think he said. Fantastic. Let me just see if I've just lost a whole bunch of messages. I have. My computer just skipped forward on me, and I've lost probably 200 of your messages. They just disappeared on me. So I will continue to say hi as best I can. Tom Henry, I see Florida lockdown is a joke. Facebook user, Bay Area, California. Mitchie Nature, I'll be alive. Tom, I've allowed. Sylvia's here. Hi, Tom. Just found out they will either take 11% from our pay or they will be letting people go tomorrow. I will be hearing from our company president tomorrow. Interesting. Matthew, making it even more appalling is that 25% of Florida's population is over 60 years old and they don't have a mandatory lockdown and they're allowing religious ceremonies to continue on. Holy macaroni. Who are you folks voting into office down there? I do not understand I thought there was a separation between church and state. I really did, but there isn't. Sylvan, hi, Tom Henry. Stay well. Lori Potts, in reference to your Florida comments, kudos. It's time to all be humans first. Thank you, dear. Adney, stay safe, everybody. D&G, hi, Sherry. Awesome. Kevin Bargner, airplane don't run on gas. They run on jet fuel. Okay, fine. Thank you for the lesson on that. Donna, our Ohio governor had to order Hobby Lobby to cease and desist order because they wouldn't close. Crazy. I tell you right now, I know how you make them close. You pull their license. You pull their retail license right out from under them. And until they come begging back, you don't let them back in. There's ways to control rule breakers. It's easy. It's those governments have all the power and paperwork. The pen is all you need to use. Just pull the license. Lady Duck Canuck, any news on whether Coral Princess will be able to dock in Fort Lauderdale? We know of 4 currently on it. Last news, no one is ill on the ship. Well, there are ill, 12 with the virus, others with flu-like symptoms, and the last I hear is they're coming. They should be let straight in so we can take care of these people. Sylvia saying hi, everybody. Rita Freeman, hi, Rita. Just announced 200 crew members are sick on Ruby Princess, 8 a.m. Australia time, Friday morning, and that is a shame. It's a national disgrace for Australia to allow this to happen. They should be bringing these people in as safe harbor. Step up and lead. Stop being scaredy cats. Step up and lead, because this is the human race we're talking about. This isn't some kind of a charity event, and this isn't some kind of a political show. Get people looked after and isolate them to protect all of us. It is just disgraceful. It's Jason. I would love to boycott Florida if possible. Kevin, Rotterdam, Zana, both docked in Fort Lauderdale right now. William, why go on a cruise in the middle of March when we already have a pandemic? Well, there you go. But people were on these cruises back in January and February, and the world was a whole lot different. If you might recall, the world was a lot different 3 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, and now it is unbelievable. Of course, there were those who predicted this, but where the virus was and how the virus was, completely different than what we have now. But the last 2 weeks have been shameful. These folks on the Zandam should have been let off the ship over 2 weeks ago. They could have been flown home. It wouldn't have been an issue. But oh no. Lady Duck Canuck Bruce told us a little bit ago that they have been given permission to dock. Ben, hello from Fairfax, Virginia. My Adventure of the Seas cruise got postponed. Then my Oasis of the Seas got postponed. I'm hearing this more and more. D&G, I just wish everyone would come together for the greater good so we can beat this virus once and for all. There's power in numbers, isn't there? There really is. Sylvia, Tom, I never filed for unemployment, and at 62, this might be the first time ever. Steve Bartley, these ports that have been complaining about the cruise ships are going to be signing off a different tune after months of no business. Yes, I think the folks in Venice right now are getting what they wanted to a degree. The environmentalists in Venice are getting what they wanted. Peace and quiet. Clear water in the canal, which is great. I'm happy for them. And mass layoffs and no business. It's a mess over there. Italy is an absolute disaster. I feel so sorry for the Italians. I love that country. I want to go back for another visit and see much more of it, including Venice. I've never been to Venice. But there were cities all over the Mediterranean saying too much, too many tourists, too many. I understand that. I agree with that. You can control it. You can regulate it. But to blame cruise ships for all your troubles, you're stepping over the line. And like I said, there are environmentalists out there who don't care whether cruise ships are good or bad or everything else. They just hate them and they want them gone. And they're going to use this pandemic as their way to try to keep feeding their little fuel of crap to try to get rid of cruise ships out of their lives. It just stuns me to no end. Lady Duck Canuck, thank you, Donna. Donna, Lucky Duck, if Florida said no to these ships, I think there would be a mutiny. Steve Smith, USA was appreciative when 9/11 happened and American Airlines and U.S. passengers were allowed to land at airports in other countries. No questions asked instead of flying to U.S. airports. That's true. Canada, we took in, dozens, maybe a couple of hundred of U.S.-bound planes in Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, I believe Quebec City, but certainly in the Maritimes, and in Gander, Newfoundland, where a town of 10,000 people or 5,000 people went to a population of 20,000 in 6 hours when all these planes landed coming across the Atlantic, and a whole bunch of Americans getting off the airplanes going, why are we landing in Gander? And when they landed, they found out what had happened. And the Newfoundlanders there, Canadians, there were no people sleeping in the streets. No one had to sleep on the floor of an airport in Gander when in 6 hours, 15,000 stranded passengers showed up. All were welcome. And many friendships have been made and many trips back to Gander have been had by a number of people from the USA. Canada would stop at nothing to help the Americans, to our friends to the south. Absolutely nothing. We're there. We got your back. We'd like to think you've got ours. But when it comes to cruise ship passengers, the issue, of course, is on a cruise ship, you might have 20 nationalities on board a ship because these ships are globally popular. They're popular around the world. And because they are flagged at foreign ports like the Bermuda and the Bahamas and the other spots, and the staff on board can be hired from countries where the standard of living is so much lower than in North America. We can afford these small luxury cruises from time to time. It's an absolute godsend for a lot of us. These are the only vacations that a lot of us can actually afford of that caliber. We cannot afford a 5-star vacation in New York or in Miami or even Las Vegas anymore, San Francisco, or Canada, anywhere in Canada. 5-star holiday in Canada for a Canadian? Are you kidding me? 1% of Canadians can afford it. Yeah, priced out of the market, but on a cruise ship, it's quite good. Florida doesn't have a sales tax. It should. It should. Facebook user, good night from midnight in Belgium. B, thanks for all your updates. Royal Caribbean canceled 2 of our cruises so far, and we choose the future credit for both of these cruises. We can use these vouchers at the same time to pay for the balance on our next cruise in January. Thank you. You probably can. You can also use the balance. If you're a Royal Caribbean sailor, you can join me on my group cruise either this December or in February of 2020. And you could figure out, why don't you join Traveling with Bruce and his gang on the 2 group cruises that we're putting together? How about those apples? To give you an idea, we're going to be on the Harmony of the Seas right here. Let me just pause this comment for one moment. Yeah, how about coming onto this ship right here, Harmony of the Seas? We're hoping to be on this ship December the 6th for a week. We're going to sail out of Port Canaveral. Here's the itinerary. We're leaving Port Canaveral, going to Coco Key. Then we're going to have a day at sea, go down to St. Thomas, and then over to St. Kitts, and then a couple of more days at sea and come back to Port Canaveral. 7-day cruise with the TWB family. And you can use your cruise credits towards a cruise here. How about that? Love to have you. Here's a shot of the perfect day at Coco Cay. I can tell you that this is going to become this is what the cruise lines are going to really get into big time going forward, because they know they can come in here. They won't be rejected coming in here. They run this place. They own this place. We as passengers will not be hassled by any people that shouldn't be there. It'll be all very secure, especially if you have children. My gosh, you can't beat this. This is going to be fantastic. If you want to join us in February, how about this ship, the brand new Odyssey of the Seas? She's supposed to be delivered in the fall of 2020. It might be delayed till more like November, December, but by February 2021, it should be ready for us. And we're going to be on a deck that looks like that. Beautiful looking area there. Here's another computer generated version of what our ship is going to look like when it's all said and done. A huge vessel holding almost 5,000 passengers. I can't wait. Here's some more shots of perfect day at Coco Cay. How about this, man? I could handle that. Grab a cabana perhaps, or just lounge by the pool area. Whatever. You want some activity? Take in those water slides back there, or ride the zip line, or hit the wave pool. I mean, it'll be a great day. Kind of looking forward to it. Here's a shot of the Zaandam and the Rotterdam as they were just off the coast of Panama a couple of days ago, I should say. And these are pictures here in the last couple of days of cruise ships offshore, just off the coast of Florida. These are a couple of ships off the coast of Australia, waiting for sanctuary, and that is not coming. Shameful. Absolutely disappointing. Really disappointing. Australian politicians are dropping the ball. I think the Australian people are far more caring, and you just have to find a way. We just have to find a way to make it better, because I cannot imagine turning my back on an Australian in trouble. I just couldn't. I know that the world was sending skin. The world was sending skin to Australia for burn victims from that volcano that erupted in New Zealand. Remember that? That was 5 months ago? The world was sending donations to the Red Cross to Australians who were victims of that terrible tragedy. Today, there are people on cruise ships 2 miles, 5 miles off your coast dying and suffering, and you're doing nothing for them. You got to be kidding me. You just got to be kidding me. Well, hello. What happened 5 months ago? Well, hello. Facebook user, it's horrible how the people on the cruise ships have been treated by these ports. I think that things will be quite different when the cruise industry comes back from this. Brittany is saying, I have 6-7 people in my family that have or had the virus, 2 of which need a ventilator to help them breathe. Look at that. It's close, folks. It's close. Mitchie, that's true. Steve Smith. D&G, yes, no loopholes. Ricky, oh my goodness. Karen, Kevin, we have 22 million people in Florida. Donna, nope, I always purchase my travel insurance away from the cruise line. They would write it to protect them. That's why you get your own travel insurance now, but it should be part of the package. We should all be covered. Tom was wondering about Sylvia and her layoffs. Next time a hurricane slams Florida, we could say too bad, because the world comes to Florida's aid, don't we? Don't other states bring in electric vehicles to get the power grid back up, and professionals? Canadians are flown in when there's an earthquake in California or in Mexico and people are under rubble. Canadians send sniffer dogs and teams, rescue crews to get them out. We don't think twice. Fires in California, wildfires. How many Canadians battled wildfires in California? There are Canadians on these cruise ships that need help. They're being ignored. It cuts both ways, folks. Billy, I think that it's a fantastic idea. Bruce, travel insurance built into your ticket. Matthew just made it. Welcome, Matthew. Welcome to the show. Steve Smith, make insurance part of all travel packages, not cruise packages. I agree with that. I think it should be just mandatory. As Tom Henry, sending prayers to Brittany. So sorry for the family there. Sylvia, Tom, not both jobs, but my major job. I will see what is said tomorrow. It's going to be interesting times. Rita, the insurance companies have been the winners in this. Yeah, they've got all the premiums and they're not paying anything out. Because they're conveniently saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is a worldwide pandemic. We can't treat people in hospitals, but we're going to keep the premiums. Don't worry about that. We're good." And the chairman of the insurance companies, they've got their private jets, so they won't miss their important meetings and their golf games and everything else. Sylvan, the Florida sales tax is 6%. Donna, our travel insurance co is giving back the premium if we don't make a claim. No kidding. Yeah, they'll give you your paltry premium, but they're not going to cover you. Isn't that sad, Donna? That is really lowbrow. Insurance is so important, says Dale. I agree, Dale. Sylvia, Tom, I would have cleaned out the building, but I don't want anything new jumping on me. So far, so good. There you go. There you are. Facebook user, built-in travel insurance. Great idea. Paulie, well said. Will definitely come into effect. Insurance companies are going to have to adjust. Ohio gas, Donna says, $1.45 a gallon. Wow, folks, talk to me. How cheap is your gas? D&G, not mad at what you said, Bruce. You say options in a good tone. Thank you. Matthew, St. Louis, Missouri, $1.63 a gallon. Dwayne, hey, Bruce, why the impromptu live show? Why not? At this time, in these times, I think we need it. Facebook user is watching from Australia saying, "Hey, I wish I knew who you were, but I need your name. You got to type it in." Jason, Lakeland, Florida here. Gas, $1.79 a gallon. Right on. Fantastic. D&G, opinions. We love your opinions. Thank you. Penny Haywood. Hey, Bruce, from Somerville, South Carolina. Well, that calls for a toast. Somerville, South Carolina. Welcome to the TWB show, Traveling with Bruce, live surprise show. No announcement, no planning. We're just ranting and raving, and we're visiting, and I hope you're well, and please stay well, everybody. Cheers to all of you. Yes, that's what this man needs. Fantastic. Lucky Duck Canuck. I cancel for any reason. My son's premium is also give back if we don't claim. Unbelievable. Matthew, continued good health, Bruce. Thank you, Matthew. Lori from Wisconsin, gas $1.65. Tom Henry laughing out loud. Bruce, gas prices. Walter, great stuff, Bruce. Hello from Ottawa, Canada. 71 cents a liter, $2.10 per gallon, I would say, for U.S. prices. Probably right. 3.7 times 71 and then convert to American, and you probably got it right there. Sam Harrison, Comox Valley, Vancouver Island, gas 96.9 at Costco for Vancouver Island. That is a good price. That's about $3.60 Canadian for a US gallon. So about $2.70 American, something like that. Not bad for BC. Heavily taxed British Columbia. Sandra Allison from South Carolina. Linda Baca, 169 Fairfax County. How you doing, Linda? There's Facebook. Also, my husband and I fell for your April Fool's joke. That's the plan. That's always the plan. I've done 3 of them, and you got to find them. You got to find my April 1st videos from last year and the year before that, because the first one I did, all about the big ass RV, is legendary. That is a legendary video I did. My viewers who were part of the channel back, they still talk about that video even to this day. Some of them refer to that video yesterday when they saw this video and said, I saw the big SRV video. I know what happens with you, Bruce. I know what you're up to. Paulie, I loved watching your video about turning these ships into a hospital. Thank you. Facebook user Azilda, Ontario. 85 cents a liter. Wow, that's a good deal over there. That's cheap gas in Ontario. Billy, I've got my cheaters on there. Only $1 from the dollar store. Laughing out loud right on. Rob Slevin, Lexington, Kentucky, 60 degrees Fahrenheit and clear. And the gas at my local station was $1.62, though I don't need it yet. I'll tell you, folks, I filled up my car in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, when we came back from the United States 3.5 weeks ago. I still have 3/4 of a tank of gas. I haven't gone anywhere. I've gone to the grocery store 4 times in 3 weeks since I've been back. We're not leaving the house. So, yeah, I'm not using any gas either. Facebook user gas is 79.9 in Mirabel, Quebec, with nowhere to go. Isn't that amazing? Facebook user St. Louis, Missouri, not sure on gas. I drive a Chevy Volt. Now you're talking. Kevin Baumgartner, gas $1.79. Tom Henry, I have no idea. I haven't been out of the house in 2 weeks. I don't know what gas is priced at. Clifford Sayers, $1.49 here in Illinois. Hello to anyone and everyone in Chicago. Love Chicago. Matthew, San Clemente, California. Gas is now only $2.95. And in California, that's something. When you break $3 a gallon, that is something to write home about. William, $1.67, Florida. Bill, welcome, sir. Facebook user Lisa Williams. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Facebook user New Hampshire. $2.18 per gallon, and it's cold and rainy. Oh my gosh. Sandra Allison, gas price $1.55. D&G, I'm so sorry, Brittany. Prayers to everybody for your family. Ken Pike, gas 97 cents at Costco, Oklahoma City. 90 cents a gallon, a U.S. gallon in Oklahoma City. The mighty dollar has been broken. Can you believe it? All that gas, so cheap and nowhere to drive. Paul Robbins, thanks, Don, for your positive message. Greetings from Winnipeg. STNCC, $1.47, Hampton Roads, Virginia. Facebook user, hi there, Bruce. Josh Day from Lake Forest, California. Gas $3.19 a gallon, and that sounds like a California price for gas, doesn't it? Yep. Rob Lemmings, insurance industry motto: deny, delay, defend. There you go. William, saying Bill. Hey, Bill. Thank you, buddy. Jessica. Hi there, Bruce. Hi there, Jessica. Rita, Sydney, Australia, $1 a liter. Right on. Theta Burke. Hello there. Hi, Theta. How are you? Jean Edilian. Welcome, Jan Edilian. Welcome to the show. Lucky Duck Canuck, 98 cents a liter, or 98 thumbs ups, I guess. Props of 96. These are the thumbs ups. How many have I got now, folks? Show me on the live screen. Donna saying hello. It's Jason is saying 5,000 thumbs ups. Let's go. Donna, Lucky Duck Canuck. That was a bonus I was not expecting. We had great news yesterday with Airbnb extending the return to all rentals into May. Kept us from making a $1,000 claim. Wow, that's unbelievable. Pat T is saying hi from Vancouver. Kelly Haston is here. Hi, Kelly. How are you doing? I didn't fool you yesterday with my April Fool's video. I did not fool her. 142 thumbs ups, Donna is telling me right now. Folks, thank you for giving this show thumbs ups. If you can throw a thumbs up on this show, it hits the algorithm at the YouTube computers, and it draws more people into the channel. So any thumbs ups would be just so appreciated. Thank you all so much. All right. Rob says 110. We've got Paulie saying hi from Portugal. Hospice Medic is saying having problem getting a stockbroker to buy stocks through without waiting 7 to 10 business days. Any help? Go online. Try to go online. I'm not sure where you live. If you're in the U.S., there's all kinds of online brokers. Look up Google. Do a Google search for online brokers in your area and just do it online. You should be able to do that very quickly. Michael Skidmore saying hi, Bruce. Hey there, Michael. James Townsend, Gas, New Jersey, about $1.82. How you doing there, James? Debbie just paid $1.95 for regular. Right on. Dwayne, Bruce, you got 113 thumbs ups right now. Facebook user Stephen, Ireland, New South Wales, Australia. Fantastic. Thank you for saying hi to me, giving me shout outs, telling me what the price of gas is and everything else, as I am constantly losing my place on my thing here. It's not easy. All right, who can say hi to? I'm trying to say hi to everybody I can. Robert Scott, I see your message way up there. Congratulations on 50,000. Thank you, Robert. Fitzroy, hi, Bruce. Enjoying your program. We missed the cruise ship in Grenada. It's critical time now. Paul Robbins, I wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been a good one, Mr. Hoffman. James, virtual church services here. Virtual, there you go. 129 thumbs ups, none down. That was earlier. Margie, hi Bruce, it's Margie in Florida. Gas today, $1.85, temperature 73 degrees. Fantastic. We got somebody in Newfoundland here. Fabulous. Scott Weber, hi there, everybody. How you doing, Scott? SFL Spotter, I never received a notification you were live streaming. I tried to do one on Facebook. I did one on YouTube. Sometimes it kicks, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know for sure. Dwayne, I love Americans. Don't care for the American teas, though. I'm not sure what that means. James, temperature 56 degrees. Dave, hey Bruce, hey David, how you doing? Spadoni, Dwayne, I love rodeo too, though. Facebook user, that is a huge ship. That's the pictures. Thank you. It is a big ship. I love St. Kitts. Only been twice so far. Says Donna, Showtime 114, watching from Lancaster, South Carolina. Welcome to the show. Hopefully December 6th, Florida won't have any restrictions. Caitlin Gallagher is in the house from Amber and Travel. Bruce's Oddity Sailing February 2021 has rates a good deal lower than current published rates. Deposits are refundable prior to final payment too. Caitlin, thank you for all you do for all of your clients and all of my people. I hope not too many of mine are bothering you. I'm just hoping that my folks are being nice to you. Please be nice to Caitlin Gallagher and her two associates. They're working incredibly hard to take care of your needs. They're there for you. And as I say, if you want to take a cruise and you want personal service, professional personal service, Caitlin Gallagher, Amber and Travel out of Florida will do that for you. Give them a call. Number is down below in the description of my video. You can't miss it. It's down below on every description of every video I make. Ben, we won't be able to go anywhere because my wife now freaks out because of the coronavirus, and we had the tickets to go to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Now we can't go there because of the you-know-what. Well, give it time. Let's hopefully things will settle down. We'll see. Kevin, I love Coco Gay. Penny, we were supposed to be on a cruise this coming Saturday, rebooked for October, dressing up in formal on Sunday while watching ocean channels on TV. Right on. Fantastic. Dwayne says, Ben, your wife, listen to her. SFL, they're both at dock in Port Everglades now. Those two ships are at dock. Caitlin Geller, how do you get that listing? I'm not sure what that means. Steve Smith, how many cruise ships do you think are still sailing with passengers? I saw a blurb today that 10 were still sailing and not showing any signs that the virus. Well, I think we're down to 6 or 7 now, and I know of a few that are returning to port. There's one heading to Southampton right now, and then these 3 coming into Fort Lauderdale, the 2 that are here now from Holland America, and then the Princess. So within the next few days, there shouldn't be any left. Donna, where are they near going to Florida once hurricane comes their way? Where are the ships going to go near Florida when a hurricane comes their way? Okay. It took me a while to figure that out. When a hurricane approaches the United States or the Caribbean islands, they usually come through the Leeward Islands. That would be Grenada, Barbados, Guadalupe, and then coming up towards perhaps St. Martin, St. Thomas, St. Kitts, Puerto Rico, that area, perhaps Cuba, perhaps not. Then the hurricanes usually head north. Sometimes they head right out to the Atlantic and go near Bermuda and just go away. Other times they head right through Florida or they head up the Gulf. Other times hurricanes just kind of come across the Atlantic and just make a beeline for Virginia, and they don't care. What can I say? Cruise ships just get out of the way. Every cruise ship out there has a satellite navigation system with radar, and they're linked to their home cruise companies, weather stations, and they're constantly given exact locations and satellite imagery of hurricanes and anything else in the water. They're also using all of the buoys that are out in the ocean that measure wavelength and so on. And so cruise ships just outrun them. They just avoid them. They just go the opposite direction. So if a hurricane is coming into Puerto Rico and St. Thomas and St. Kitts, and your cruise is supposed to go there, your cruise isn't going there. It'll now go to Grand Cayman. It'll go to Cozumel. It'll go down to Belize. It'll avoid the hurricane and then come into Florida after the hurricane is gone. If the hurricane is heading towards Honduras and the Cayman Islands and Jamaica, then the cruise ships will go to the Eastern Caribbean and hang out there. They avoid hurricanes all the time. They don't get caught in them. They don't go near them. They don't want their passengers getting seasick. They want their passengers eating all the good food and drinking all that good beverage, all those beverages on board. They want them having a good time. So that's how they work it. Is that how we are? But that is how we are in Canada. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Of course, these messages are a little behind, so I apologize if I'm not up to speed with what you're saying to me. Yes, disappointing. Australian government. Captain Gans is saying, good point. Facebook user this year has been so crazy. Mikey, true. James, my household loves Canada. Facebook user is saying, wow. It's Jason is saying, I wonder if cruise prices will skyrocket next few years. I don't think so. It's going to be way more ships available than passengers, so it's going to be good. There's going to be good deals. SFL spotter Donna, hurricane season doesn't pick up until like late July, August sort of thing. Kurt is in the house. How are you, sir? Thank Bruce. Thanks for the info for the group cruises. Very interesting. Where can we find more info about these cruises? Thanks from Loyal to Royal Diamond Cruiser. Kurt, all you need to do is just go down below in the description of either this video or any video I've ever made. You'll find links into Ambrin Travel. There's a link right into my group cruise page, and it's all there. All the prices are listed there, all the cabins. There's a video or two there you can watch. Anything you need to know, and then you can just call the folks up. They have a phone number posted there as well, and they'll talk to you in person and look after you royally. Shonda, beyond sad how people can be so callous and uncaring. Marty, we left Fort Lauderdale on Pacific Princess on January the 5th, and cruise won't end until Feb 19. Only guests who can't fly yet. Left others unloaded in Fremantle. I work with entertainment. Isn't that, that's really amazing, isn't it? Yeah, there were some round the world cruises going on when this all took place. Shauna says yes. Shonda. Adam Wallace, when do you think the cruise industry will come back? As soon as you see Las Vegas open up again? Once the Strip is up and running with all the hotels and all the shows, and you see airlines flying in and out of all these places, and countries open up their countries with passport holders being able to travel, that's when you're going to see cruises start again. Until then, I don't think so. Apologies, Florida does have a sales tax, but no personal income tax. My bad. Gotcha. It's all good, Matthew. No worries. Dwayne, nice to hear. James Townsend, Facebook user, I wish Boston offered more cruises. HM the King. Some people from these ships aren't even dying of the thing. Instead, they're dying from normally treatable sicknesses that can be airlift. That's true too. I mean, life goes on, doesn't it? Dwayne, a Star Trekism is suitable here. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of one or the few. There you go. Caitlin, Mitchie, Bruce has the link listed in the summary. Go to current specials and click on Traveling with Bruce Group Cruises. She's telling you, come on and check it out. Paul Romero, hi Bruce, I loved your April Fools. You got me. Fantastic, Paul. James, I'd love to join that group cruise. SFL, power companies make money when they come to help us in Florida after hurricanes. They do. Cindy, hello everybody, just home from work and you're live. I'm live. Surprise, I'm live. I'm doing a surprise show today. No announcement, no fanfare, it just went live. Bubba Bergstein, hey Bruce, hi there, Bubba. Sherry, awesome. Hey everybody. Liam Smith, hey, how you doing? Alex Marie, hi, love what you're doing. Watching you from Romania in Europe. I have so many Europeans watching me. Thank you for being here. I have viewers from around the world. The sun never sets on TWB. It really doesn't. Somewhere in the world where the sun is shining, people are watching my videos, even when I'm sleeping. It is just, it's incredible to think of that. It really is. SFL, a sales tax varies in Florida, Palm Beach County, 7%. Larry Ross, in Alaska, is Alaska sailing this year? Not until at least July, and even that, I don't know. Dwayne, hey, Cindy. Super Westmount, insurance is a scam. Gas in Montreal, 83 cents a liter, or 80.3 cents a liter. Fantastic. Bubba, how is life in Creston? Not bad. Sunny today, although we had snow yesterday and the day before, flurries. We got a quarter of an inch that piled up overnight last night, and within an hour or two of daylight, it melted away. It's now about 40 degrees here, clouds in the area, unstable air, but next week, mid to high 50s. Spring is in the air around here. We can't wait, and we're looking forward to it. Facebook user is saying 97 cents a gallon in Lakeville. That's a good deal for gas. James Townsend, see you later. James, take care. Marty, hey, any info on the financial solvency of AMA Waterways? We have over 40 grand in future cruise credits with them. Yikes. I do not know. I don't know one way or the other. I don't know. I'm not aware of the company's inner workings or anything like that. But something tells me that right now, cruise companies and river cruise lines have shut down and reduced their expenses dramatically, and they're just waiting this out. They can go a year. They can really go a long time. And They'll be up and running in no time. Do not worry. Facebook user Liz Williams, Oakland, California. How you doing, Liz? Welcome to my show today, the surprise show, Traveling with Bruce. Larry Ross, Carnival canceled August 9 from San Francisco. A Showtime, Lancaster, South Carolina, $1.65 a gallon. Dwayne, don't say that to the gent when they're getting insurance. Okay. Mikey, thank you. Caitlin, Sherry, can't wait to go to Coco Key in January. Bubba, haven't been out of my house in 3 weeks. Don't know the price of gas. Steve Smith, gas 64 cents a liter in Dartmouth. That's unbelievable. Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, 64 cents a liter. That is unthinkable. Wow. That is really good. That's half what I am. Actually, a little more than half. We're at 110 here in Creston. 110 a liter. Absolutely outrageous. Larry Ross, they say no cruise from San Francisco. Bubba, you're a big ass RV. She remembers. Jason, trapping passengers on a cruise ship indefinitely is borderline torture. Adventures with Duncan. Hello there, TWB family. How you doing there, Duncan? Welcome to the show today. Saw your first April 1st cruise. I saw your first April 1st video. That one is legendary. Pick PT Physical Therapy. Do you recommend stock for Carnival? Yes, at $8 something a share, buy it. That's the floor. They have enough money for a year now, and I think they'll be doing business between now and then somewhere. But I'd buy it. Long-term holder, I'd buy it. Megan, I will go look for the RV video after this. Oh, you'll have fun with that one. Facebook user, I have to find the old ones. Yep, I fell for both last night. Wes, the first one will go down. Will go DOW. The first one will go down. Not sure what he's talking about. He's trying to say something to me. Deanna, gas, $1.43 in Memphis for gasoline. Deanna, that's awesome. Larry, what do you think about Carnival bonds at 12% interest? Yeah, I'd like to hold those. That's good interest. I think they'll pay it. Megan, Bruce, I really thought you were telling me I fell for that myself. A lucky duck, cheap gas, and nowhere to go. Donna, Sherry, travel if you want to go in a quiet spot. Coco K when you get the ship to the left. Close enough to food, plenty of chairs and umbrellas. Rose Henderson, month for me, no gas. Haven't bought gas in a month. Denise, still have not received refund from Holland America after filling out forms. Should I be worried? No. Wouldn't be worried. You'll get it. Megan, man, gas is so cheap. Wes Morrison, the first one is the best one on YouTube. Sherry, hello, Megan. Rose Henderson, need to fill up though at these prices. Absolutely. Caitlin, Denise, they are talking about 60 to 90 days for refunds. Hospice Medic, Bruce, I am having a rough time buying stocks with a 7-day business day hold. Yeah, I would do a Google search for an online broker. Pauly, €120, €120 in Portugal for gas. So multiply that by 3.7. So you're going to get 3 and what is that? 3.7 is I'm having trouble figuring this out. About 4 and then about 5, it's close to $5 a gallon US, around $5 a gallon, just kind of approximately, give or take a quarter. Donna, Denise Schmidt company said refunds will take up to 90 days. Sherry, I will check on it. Tom Henry, cool. We have 2 Volt owners in the group. Sherry, Sylvan Forrest, hi Bruce, trying hard not to bite anyone today. Polar bears they want to do that. Congrats on the great job. Thank you, buddy. Megan, hey, Sherry Awesomes, how you doing? Brittany, working on getting some groceries, getting them delivered. Mikey or Mitchie, Caitlin, it just says for Harmony. Is that the one? Sherry, awesome, doing good. How are you, Sherry? Hey, Brittany and Tigger. Donna, Sherry, travel. My husband loves the ice cream machine, and they have one on the island. Denise Schmidt is saying thanks. Megan Frost is saying Sherry Awesome's missing normal day. Debbie C is saying have to buy premium in Vegas. It was $2.85 when I bought 10 days ago for gas. Kevin, Donna, Sherry Awesome, Captain Jacks. Sherry, my friend, will take that. Okay, 140 thumbs up, says Megan. Facebook user, your April Fool's video got me yesterday. Doria, 142 thumbs ups. Brittany, I placed an order yesterday that will deliver later today, maybe before the end of the show. Donna, Sherry, let's see if I can. I may have lost another message. Oh my gosh. Having trouble with this thing today. Oh no, I still got it. Okay. Sorry folks, I'm talking to myself. Sherry Awesome Sunset. If anyone in your group has trouble walking or tired, they can rent a shuttle or run a shuttle back and forth. Goes right up to the chairs on the beach. That's good to know too. Facebook user, sorry to get off the subject, but I'm looking at all your souvenirs in the background. They're wonderful. Thank you. You can buy these cups right here, right there. You can buy that coffee cup. You can buy those coffee cups. You can acquire these shirts. I have 35 different logos, as well as coffee mugs with 35 different logos. And you can acquire this little thing right here if you'd like. That right there is a cell phone amplifier. No assembly or batteries required. Made out of solid wood by hand here in Creston with the logo of TWB on the front and the back. You put your cell phone right in here and the sound comes blaring out right out of there. It's like having a loudspeaker. You use this in your office, or you use this in your kitchen, or use this on your deck in your RV, made of solid wood. Can't break it. Handmade by Marshall Thompson. See if I can make that work for you. Handmade by Marshall Thompson here in Creston, BC with real Creston wood. You want one of these? A donation to my channel is required. It's 50 American dollars sent to this channel via PayPal. My PayPal donate button, which usually is on the top corner, either here or here, is the PayPal donation button if you're making a donation to my channel. 50 American dollars. You get one of those babies, handmade by Marshall in town. The first batch are sold out. We're now offering a second batch of these. And you have to give me your name and your mailing address so I can send it to you. And then I can pay Marshall for it, pay the postage, and then send it to you. So it's $50 US, shipping included. And if you'd like me to autograph this, let me know. I'd be happy to autograph it. Just tell me where. Okay, continuing on. Sherry, travel, it's also crazy. Paulie, you got to let me into the Facebook group. I'm waiting. Cheers. Yeah, just ask to be let in, and after the show, I will let anyone in that's waiting. I can't wait, says Sherry. Rob Smith, hi from San Antonio. Welcome, Rob, from San Antonio. Carolyn Clifford, thanks, Bruce. We're grateful for all you do. Thank you for your kind words. Gwen Stewart, hi, Bruce. Hi there, Gwen. Julia's Journey, hi, all from Oregon. Beautiful Oregon. Donna, Sherry, awesome. There's ideas are rocky to no go for swimming. If you walk around, there are plenty of places soft and sand to walk around the ocean. Megan, I had a total cry fest Monday. Worked for half a day. Miss my kids. Miss my coworkers. Arc Adventures. It's tough for all of us. It really is. Arc Adventures. Great stuff, Bruce. Love the mandatory built-in insurance. Wouldn't be much more, I'm sure. Also agree, pull their business license if they don't follow the rules. It's so simple. A business wants to defy a community's rules, just pull their license. That means their insurance is invalid. Now they're in breach of all kinds of lease covenants. And you just notify their landlord that they don't have business insurance. They don't have a business license. You call their insurance company. They don't have a business. They'll get shut down by their other guys. And then the other way you do it is you call the local sheriff and you put the barricades up in front of their driveway. It's simple. It's really simple. There's ways to shut down rule breakers. So easy. You shame them to shut down. Facebook user Wayne Lang, Adelaide, Australia. Hi, Bruce. Petrol, 70 cents per liter. Stay safe. Love your videos. Thank you so much. Latrice Harris is here. Hi, Bruce. Beautiful day in Chicago. I love my friends in Chicago. I got a pile of viewers. Love that town. Welcome from beautiful Chicago. Kathleen Simpson, hello from New York. Welcome from New York. My friends in the Big Apple as well. Leyland Deegan, Bruce, you would look great with a hairpiece. Wouldn't I? Wouldn't I look great with a hairpiece? Or I would look great if I just shaved it all off, because I used to do that. And I tell you, it was so easy to look after when I had it all shaved off all the time. But I had to shave every week, twice a week. I had to shave it. Donna, Sherry, awesome. We brought our own blow-up pool noodles. We didn't have to rent any. Right on. Carol, your show is the most informative of all cruise info shows. Thank you for keeping us informed. Carol, I do the best I can with what I got. I appreciate your comment today. It's a lot of work, let me tell you that. Carolyn, New Hampshire, and it's raining. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Who else is here? Who else? Jacco is in the house. Hello, Bruce from the Netherlands. Been a while. Jacco, where have you been? Nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We've got a Facebook user Fred from the Havre de Grace in, is that Maryland? Am I getting that right? Facebook user Terry Prokop, 11 people at our step down unit at my hospital have the C word. I'm at an RN and it makes me nervous. Right on. I hear you there. Arc Adventures, also congrats on the 50,000 subs. Can you spare a couple? I tell you right now, I remember when I had 10 and And I remember when I had 30, cheers to everybody, by the way, for being here, including Arc Adventures. I remember when I had 100 subscribers, and then I made 1,000, and I got it to 2,000 and 3 and 5 and 10. I work just as hard now as I did when I had 30. I'm telling you right now, if you work, when you get to 50,000 subs, if you ever get here, or to 10,000 or whatever the number is that you're really dreaming about getting, I can tell you right now, you're going to realize, oh my gosh, I'm working just as hard here as I did when I had nothing. That's exactly what it is. You just got to put in the work, and you put the product up there, put up the content, and if it's any good, they'll find you. They'll find you. Not Sherry got taken in by the April Fools. Donna, just travel only rocky area we found. Great ship photos. They're talking about the Perfect Date Coco Cay, which is great. Carol, what would you say the odds of a transatlantic from Dublin in August? 50-50 at best. And every day that goes by, as bad as it is, it gets less and less likely. Carolyn, keep up these chats. It's much better than listening to the news. Who else is here? Megan Frost is hello, saying hi. Carolyn, Clifford, that's what I've been doing. 2 press conferences a day. I'm taking a few classes and stuff. Doria says, I have 157 thumbs ups. This is absolutely awesome. Folks, you have to give me 1 moment to forgive myself. I have to just go over here. 1 minute. I'm back. Sorry about that. I needed my phone charger because my telephone is down to 5% power, and we just can't have that. Not on a live show like this. Oh gosh, no, we can't be doing that. So we're plugged in. The cell phone's back. I have 165 thumbs ups, they tell me. Thank you very much for the thumbs ups today. Let's get 200 if we can. That would be fabulous. We'll see how many we get on the rerun later. This is great. What else is going on here? Who else is here? SFL. A lot of ships leave the Caribbean and go to the Mediterranean and other cruise destinations. That is true. Scott, Bruce, how come there's been a complete lack of contingency plans on part of governments and cruise lines over the possibility of a pandemic? This problem has been around for thousands of years. Well, Scott, people think they're invincible. The reality is, I could say this. I mean, love me or hate me for this comment, but I find that the people that are experts in the pandemic business, and people that are experts in the healthcare trade are lifelong devoted specialists in their fields. Now, whether you're an expert in doing operations for hip replacements, or whether you're a respiratory disease expert, or whether you work on eyeballs, or you're a plastic surgeon and look at this face, does it need work? Whatever your profession in the healthcare business is, and watching for pandemics and that type of thing, you're a lifelong career person. Okay. And they're always there. CNN will talk to, when there's a school shooting, CNN talks to FBI experts, right? Shooting experts. When there's a flood or a hurricane, they talk to hurricane experts who just follow hurricanes. When there's a pandemic, you talk to the doctors and the experts in that field. Cruise lines and politicians, the people who run cruise lines, they come and go. There's key people that maybe last 10 or 20, 30 years, but a lot of chief executives and boards of directors, they come, they go, they serve 5 years, 10 years, and then they're gone. Politicians, okay, in the Congress, there are some who are around way too long. In my House of Parliament in Ottawa, Canada, we have politicians that are around way too long. And then there are world leaders, and world leaders don't stick around that long. You ever do a Google search for like a G8 from 1990 or 1995 or 2000? Take a look at the presidents and prime ministers of all these countries around the world in the 80s and 90s and 2000s, and you'll take a look at every 5 years. There's very few people still there that used to be there before. Angela Merkel's been around for a while, but even she won't last much longer. I mean, time catches up. And in the United States, you can only have a 2-term president, so maximum 8 years. every country and every prime minister, president, king, dictator, they have their own personal agendas. None of those agendas have anything to do with pandemics as a top priority. They just don't. They have political things they want to get done, favors they have to pay off, people they got to look after, friends in business, maybe floods and hurricanes and tsunamis, hurricanes, tornadoes, and nuclear plants that act up once in a while. But they don't generally plan for pandemics on an ongoing basis, and so it's not sexy. It's not exciting. And so it's not a priority. And it only becomes a priority when it happens. And when it happens, guess what? It's too late. It's too late. And so here we are with a pandemic, and more countries are totally ill prepared to deal with it. And they're afraid to deal with it. And that's the saddest thing to me. I'm seeing now, right now, we're all seeing this. All of us, we're all seeing it. What countries are stepping up and what countries are chicken? You tell me, which countries are chicken to do anything about it, sending cruise ships away? We don't want anything to do with these. Just go away. We can't help you. We can't help you. Turning their backs on people in need. This is when you find out. You don't find out any other time, but you find out now. And now is when people need help, and now is when people are being sent away. I'm just grateful that there are virtually no passengers left on cruise ships. We're almost done. It's close. It's really close. But remember, when this pandemic hit, there were probably 1 million people on cruise ships at that time, and to get them all to where they had to go and get them all off. And cruise lines have been trying now for 3 weeks to get people off cruise ships. It started in Asia. Remember the Westerdam from Holland America? They couldn't get a country to take them anywhere in Asia. They went to Thailand, Philippines, they asked Vietnam, they asked Indonesia. Nobody wanted them. It was Cambodia that took them in, and everyone laughed at Cambodia, going, "Oh, you're all going to get sick now." Well, they didn't all get sick now. These folks got to Cambodia and they flew home, and they're gone. Cambodia has the virus. Don't get me wrong. Yes, it does. But is everyone in Cambodia dying? No. And in reality, all the countries in Asia got the virus, and they're all dealing with it. But makes no difference if you land on a cruise ship or not. It doesn't. But the tall tales that are being done, it's unbelievable. Can you imagine being on a cruise with Bruce? I wouldn't be able to get a word in. I tell you what, when as soon as I have a cruise with you guys, I'm not going to do any talking. You're going to do the talking, because I'm going to listen to all your stories. You've heard all my stories. I can't wait to have you guys tell me your stories. JC, Oasis cruise canceled for May, rebooked for September. Think we're safe? 50-50, 50-50. Hello, good question, Scott Weber. Hi, Bruce. Karen from Rhode Island, great show. Thank you so much. Love you though, Bruce, says Dwayne. Oh, sure you do, Dwayne. Denise, so missing going to the Turks and Caicos, never been, was supposed to be this Friday. It's too bad. Yeah, you're not alone, I'll tell you that. What cruises do you recommend for singles? I've never been on a cruise. Anybody want to talk to her about that? Some of you are single travelers that are here. You might want to give her some tips. Got to get back to work. Have a great evening. Thank you, Sherry. Michelle Evans, hello, cruisers. Who have we got here? JRS, what a treat. Early Bruce, don't forget to give Bruce thumbs ups. Let's see. Facebook Bruiser. Hi, Bruce. Thank you for keeping us up to date. And Megan, 6 p.m. sounds like a good time for a glass of wine. Yeah. Facebook user. I saw the Zandam and Rotterdam finally dock into Florida. Sylvan, as I was making my coffee, April Fool's Day, I wondered what prank you were going to pull on us. It's a tradition. HM the King. If you fall asleep now, Bruce will be there. If you fall asleep now, Bruce, there will be 185 people watching your videos while you're sleeping. Literally, Bruce. Last night while I slept, there were 1,000 people watching my videos. There were 1,000 views an hour on my channel all night long last night while I slept. So when I woke up this morning, it had already gone up to 1,400. And then by the time I was making my video this morning, there were 2,000 views an hour going through my channel. That's how busy it is right now. It's really something from around the world. I thank all of you who are watching and thumbs upping. sending me comments and supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. Polly, the sun never sets on TWB. Brilliant slogan. Yeah, that's right. The sun never sets on TWB. John M., if you've paid a cruise deposit and the cruise company canceled the cruise, shouldn't they refund your deposit? They will automatically. If you want it, you just email them. They'll do it, or call them. Should be no problem whatsoever. They'll refund you your money or give you a future cruise credit. Your choice. Carolyn, Megan Frost, I'm with you. Steve Smith, Scarlet Lady launched. Any thoughts on amenities and the high price being charged? Adults only. Yeah, no children. They don't start paying passengers until August. They've canceled all the cruises up until then. They were supposed to have started in April, but they couldn't this month. And it should be interesting. I'm kind of curious if they've made any adjustments to the ship since they let on a whole bunch of influencers in Dover. I don't know if you know this, but about 2 months ago, the ship had a grand sort of a preview thing. They had a one-night preview thing for a bunch of YouTubers in Britain and the UK. And a whole bunch of YouTubers went on the ship and they posted their videos. And I watched a video that Emma had done on her channel. Cruising Isn't for Old People, and Emma gave it mixed reviews. She liked certain things, didn't like other things, and I found it interesting, her point of view. She's 25 years old, and that's the market. They would like to aim at 25 to 55-year-olds, and she was not so blown away by it. I found that to be most interesting, and I'm wondering if since that time, whether or not they've made changes. We'll have to watch and see. All right. Megan is saying, Carol Clifford, there's never a bad time for wine. Donna, Steve Smith, IKEA decorated ship with Holland America, prices a pool for over 2,000 sailors, and it's a foot bath, a hard pass. I tell you, there were issues. There were no questions about that. There were issues on that ship. John M., £1.12 a liter, the UK, lowest I've seen for years. I bet you, John, that is unbelievably cheap for the UK. Janice, $1.82 to $1.85 a gallon gas in Douglas County, Georgia, near Atlanta. Janice, thank you for being here, letting me know what the price of gas is in your hood. Everybody tell us. David Matthew, Bruce, do you know of any good gay cruises? I'm extremely randy at the moment, and this lockdown is driving me up the wall. Anyway, please get me a good deal on cruise floating snake. Oh, David, I can't help you. I can't help you with that. It's not my specialty. It's not my purview. But oh my gosh. But you can look up Google. You can do Google searches for gay cruises. There are usually a number of them every year that are like. Where an entire ship is leased for the entire week. The whole ship. It's an entire gay cruise for a week. There's a bunch of those. You might want to look into that. Gaitlin, Mikey Nature, they are both listed there. The link to Bruce's page is listed in the summary. Odyssey link is right below the Harmony. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Bruce. Blake is saying, Bruce, saw where the Zandam and Rotterdam were able to dock in Florida. That's true. Arc Adventures. I switched to the YouTube feed. I was the other Volt owner. I have maybe about 30 gallons of gas in 2 years. Right on. JRS is saying, Bruce, you got 160 thumbs up. HM, do Embraer Travel deal with European customers? I don't think they can. I think they can only deal with North American customers, if I am correct. Megan found the RV video. Right on, Megan. Right on. Enjoy it. Masters Game. Sorry to hear about your relatives, Brittany. Ben, don't know about gas costs. Just taking delivery of my new Tesla Model Y. I hate you, Ben. I hate you. Way to go, buddy. Tesla is a dream thing for me. That's a bucket list to own a Tesla. I really want one. Blake, Carnival closed the day at $7.97 a share. Buy it. Long-term investors, put it away. Buy it, put it away. If you get 100, you get the cabin discount every cruise. At least $100 on a 7-day cruise. You get a cabin credit being a shareholder. Mikey Nature, that's a nice cell phone amplifier. It is awesome. A bunch have been issued, bought, being made, being delivered, and another batch are being made now. I'm going forward to receiving my amplifier, but no rushes. I am not going anywhere soon. Right. Let me know if you want me to autograph it. Steaming Bean, I want a tattoo of Bruce's image across my chest. I know you do. I know you want it on your bathing suit. I know. Sylvan, watching you at this time reminds me of the good old days of daily shows. Warms my heart. You made my day. Say hi to Mrs. Frommert. Will do. I will say hi to Jen for you. Brittany, Bruce, your video yesterday had me scratching my head yesterday, especially with alcohol and all the drinks. There was another person who did a video, and I knew that the information given was fake news. Gotcha. Captain Gans, cool phone amplifier. It is a cool amplifier. If you're overseas, if you're in Australia, if you're in New Zealand, if you're in Ireland, the UK, you want one of these, you got to send me 60 American dollars. That extra $10 US will help pay the postage because these are heavy. These are solid wood. But I'll do the best I can, folks. Thank you. Jonathan Jones, hey, Bruce, 71 degrees in Savannah, $1.90 for a gallon of gas. Facebook user, this is Brenda. Thank you for showing your cool cell phone speaker made of wood. I would like a coffee mug. I'll send you my information later. How much? You want my coffee mug? All you got to do is go to my RedBubble store. If you go to my homepage or my About section for my channel, you'll find a link to RedBubble. That's an online store that I have through RedBubble. And they make all of my merchandise. They make these T-shirts. They make the coffee mugs. They make water jugs. They make wall clocks. They have spiral journal books with the cover of the logo. I have 35 different logos. Go to the RedBubble store and check out all 35 logos. That's one. There's one here, a couple more over here, right there. This one, of course, is the TWB logo that I'm hiding. All kinds of TWB logos, including my Group Cruise logo. I got that one as well. So, yeah. And if you're looking at the top corner of my thing right up there, see that sextant? That's another TWB logo. Enjoy. Thank you for your support of my channel. Every purchase you guys make helps the channel. Dinner tonight is pizza. Same here. We're having pizza. Beautiful Atlanta, says Janice. JRS, you get 165. Janice, we're having frozen pizza. Everyone's having pizza tonight. It's pizza night. Marion, April cruise canceled. Rebooking for July. Maybe any idea of how long the credits show up? I think they're good for a couple of years, Marion. I think the cruise lines are doing it. If you need help with your credits and booking, call Amber and Travel. They'll take care of you with your credit. They'll help you. Scott Weber, I know this is I was among the first 100 right on. So that would mean between August and December of 17. You've been watching me that long. Isn't that amazing? It's incredible. I'm blown away by how long it's been. Marion, April cruise canceled. Looking to rebook. Okay. Who else is here? ISIMO managed 11,000 subs from not a single viral video. Right on. Alan Carter says, yes, 3,500. I don't know what that means. Jim, August cruise to Mexico. Alan Carter was here since I had 3,500 subscribers. Gotcha, Alan. Gotcha. Alan's in Calgary. Jim Hertz, August cruise to Mexico book. Think it's going to happen. 50-50. Facebook user, hey there, Bruce. Josh Day here again. Do you think all cruises to Alaska will be canceled for the month of June? Yes, all cruises for June will be canceled. There will be none until at least July, and they are hanging by a thread depending on this virus. Hello from Four Corners, Florida. Parazo, welcome. Donna is saying, does anyone else think the cruising will resume in September with great prices to get people cruising? I do. I think if they do start in September, they'll be cheap, and I think they'll be cheap for the first year. I do not fall for this notion that cruises are going to be priced out of oblivion. Don't pay it, don't book it, don't fall for that, because between now and the end of the year, there's going to be another 10 new cruise ships delivered to the cruise lines. They're virtually done. They're coming. A whole bunch of new cabins have to be filled every week on a bunch of new ships on top of what we have, with a whole bunch of people going, I'm not sure if I'm ready yet. There's going to be an oversupply of cruise ships and an undersupply of customers. Andrew Edwards, hello from Bandera, Texas. How you doing, pal? Welcome. Andrew, nice to see you. Eddie Panero, hi, Bruce. How are you doing? Hope you're well. This is Eddie from Florida. Talk to you soon. Thank you, pal. Welcome. JRS, 157 watching, so your thumb rate is good. I do have a good thumb rate to do, thumbs up rate. Thank you, everybody, for giving me thumbs ups. John LeBeau, hey there, TWB. You are the man. Thank you, John. Brenda Black, help from Kissimmee, Florida. Welcome. Brenda Black, hello from Kissimmee. Brittany, Anchor, she's putting up those emojis. Brittany is, along with the Sylvan here, are sponsor members of this channel. These folks are members of TWB's YouTube group, and they get to join me every Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time for an exclusive hangout show just for sponsor members. If you'd like to become one of those, go to my homepage, hit the join button, and join the group. Join the channel as a group member, and you'll get a bunch of emojis you get to use, just like Brittany did. And join me Monday nights. Sorry, Sylvan, what are you saying with dinner? A hot and sour soup, General Tso chicken with rice and beet greens, ice cream for dessert. We're having pizza here. John, hello from Raleigh, North Carolina. Gas price is who the hell cares? You can't go anywhere. Facebook, do you think Canada will be opening for cruises over 500 passengers before July? Nope, I do not think so. Not a chance. Well, who else is here? FSL spot dinner tonight: creamy chicken and mushrooms, followed by fresh key lime pie. Parazo is saying we're having poutine. Oh, you're killing me. Muddy Slave Man, will cruising be free going forward? No, it will not. SFL Spotter, I forgot the noodles. Donna, you guys are making me hungry. My dinner: cottage cheese and fruit because it was so easy. Oh my gosh. Who else is here? Bob and Terry. Awesome work, Bruce. We love your show. Also, kind of liked your April Fool's joke idea too. Boy, would that be curve behavior? Terry, yes. DeSantis sucks. Okay. Donna, I hear that joy. Captain Gans, yes. Mikey, fish and asparagus. HM the King, make America virus free again. Karen, hello everybody. First time on this chat. Carrie Griswold, welcome to the show. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're a subscriber. And tell us, where are you watching me from? I'd love to know. Let's see. Donna is saying, I thought Carnival still 6,000 on ships. Don't know where I read it. I know I heard that too, but I'm not sure. After today and tomorrow, they might be down to like 1,000. It's quickly coming down, I think. Hi, Karen. JRS is saying, Fitzroy, crazy people are ruining the world now. Donna, Karen, Grizzled, welcome. Most of us are harmless. Karen, I'm a regular on the ship show and Sharon at Sea. This is very tame. Right on, Karen. Nice to have you here. Do me a favor. The next time you're watching Sharon at Sea, say hi to Sharon at Sea for me. Tell her that Bruce and the TW family say hello, and stay warm, stay safe, and stay healthy, because we're fans of those guys too. Nathaniel, yo, Bruce, your joke got me yesterday. Right on. Karen, Bruce, your voice is so soothing. Thank you so much. Penny Hayward, welcome, Karen. Karen, you're going to be welcomed by everybody now. This is kind of what happens. You know exactly the right thing to say. You're good. Who is this? Nathaniel, I'm in the process of doing refunds for my May and July cruise. Right on, buddy. Karen, what odds do you give an August 1st cruise? Carnival Paradise from Tampa. August, well, right now, 50-50. I think we're going to know a lot in about 3 weeks from now. By the time the end of this month hits, we really will know. If we're over a hump or something like that, or if we see great improvement around the world elsewhere, it's at least a month from now before we can really predict, because it's just so scary right now, isn't it? It's crazy. SFL Spotter saying, Bruce, you got 189 thumbs ups, or 185. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, the Lido pool on Scarlet is too small, says Captain Gans. You got that right. It's really tiny. HM the King, the bed couch setup on Scarlet Lady is enough for me not to go near with a barge pole. Steaming Bean. Gay cruisers are often on the smaller ships. They even have cruises for bears who are big hairy guys. Oh my gosh. Donna, HM the King, the shower that has the door open inward and the light switch in the room is in the closet. This is the Scarlet Lady again. Those sheets that are supposed to be closet door are not going to hold up. I tell you, folks, there are issues. Yes, they're going to be. I think we're going to hear all kinds of issues about that ship. We'll see. Hi, Eddie is saying hi, Grom Edfee. Okay, Captain Gans, gas in New Zealand's been steadily smaller in dollar conversion to yours, Bruce. Dwayne, a tattoo of Bruce, is that a bit on the odd side? It is, but that steaming bean, there's an oddity right there. He's one great guy. He's one of the original biscuit boys of this channel. There's about 5 biscuit boys that are part of this channel. He's one of them. I'm one of them. Tom Henry, steaming bean. How about a nude gay cruise? You could tell who's interested. You're going to kick me off. You're going to get me kicked off. You're going to get me demonetized, you guys. Oh, thank you so much. James, you didn't fool me on April Fool's joke, but Shift Life did fool me. Right on, Janice. Oh, my gosh. Who else is here? I got to be careful who I let say anything now. Oh, my gosh. Andrew Edwards, planning a cruise in 2021 on the Liberty of the Seas. $1.89 a gallon for gas. Right on, Edward. JRS, you got 188 now. Bruce fooled me yesterday. I bet there were some more people still hanging on to the idea that everyone gets a free cruise. They probably missed the last part of that show. Yep, Robert. Don had a good one. I've got mine. We had a lot of fun yesterday. We gotta lighten it up somehow, because it's just so grim out there. Super Robert Willis. Hi, Bruce from London. Hey there, buddy. Scott Weber. I have a November 2020 cruise in Japan. Is it 50-50 also? November, Japan. It could be the airlines. It's up to the airline. I mean, if the airlines are flying again, And Japan is letting in people with passports again. Okay, but if Japan is not open, you're done for. And if those Asian ports haven't reopened, you're done. It's over. So just be prepared for, whatever happens, I guess. It's just, I wish I could be more specific, but it's going to take a month or two longer. Captain Gans, I reckon it's a real investment to get a signatured phone amplifier kept in original wrap, stored safely 50 years. How much can we make in an auction in a future family inheritance? That's right. The year 2070, and they're having an estate auction in New Zealand, and someone comes out with a box, and inside the box is a cellophane wrapped cell phone amplifier signed by some yokel. It looks like Bruce something. What is it? Who is it? Does anyone know what a cell phone is? Oh, I remember those. They were in the movies 50 years ago. I remember what those were. Yeah. Oh my goodness. My Brenda is here. Hi, Brenda. Brenda Black had to cancel 3-week May cruise. Not sure when to book another. Really like their itinerary. Yep, Brenda, you sit back now for a month or two and wait it out. Let's just see what happens for a while. Don't be in a hurry to book something new. Ben, I just also bought my daughter's dream car in 2018 Lamborghini Urus. Cost me $350,000. That would cost you $350,000. Oh my gosh, that is incredible, Ben. Way to go. We're all hanging on by a thread, says HM the King. Somehow those videos of guys sailing across the Atlantic in their own sailboats don't look too unappealing anymore. Worth a try. Okay. I wish you all the luck in the world. I wouldn't do it. Dwayne, BC, what is it? Health maybe is expecting COVID numbers to go down for the summer, but rise again in the fall. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Hello from Appleton, Wisconsin. John Whitlinger. Welcome, John. Scott is saying thanks, Dwayne. Eddie, I am from Eddie. Dwayne, it's like the flu numbers go up in flu season. It's incredible, isn't it? Kirk Brunson from the Big Apple. Can't get Chinese food in New York City. I'm jealous. It's unbelievable. Dwayne, unless by some miracle we get vaccine very soon. Karen, I am from Concord, New Hampshire. Welcome, Karen, from beautiful Concord, New Hampshire. Facebook user is saying, Steve S. from Dayton, Ohio. Do you think they'll drop the drink package prices since they'll have so much stock and from serving babies? You love that video, did you? Did you like it? I had fun making it. Facebook user, sadly, I cancel a Hall America Grand African voyage. It's too risky. Yeah, Facebook user. Princess has elderly cruising back from Fremantle, Australia with the elderly from Amsterdam. Pacific Princess will arrive in about 20 days. I know there's an MSC ship that was denied docking privileges in Australia. They have no one ill on the ship. They still couldn't come in. Shameful. So they're working their way back. I'm not sure where they're headed right now. Facebook user, most likely not. Pat T, we have cruise from Vancouver to Japan, September 4. What chances? 50-50 at best right now. It's too soon to tell. David, Matthew, Bruce, I played an April Fool's joke on my neighbor, Brian. I snuck into his bed and his wife for fun. You're so bad. You're just so bad, David. Oh, you should be banned. HM the King, introducing TWB's new group cruise up the walls. Steamer. It was a new. Sorry. I think I'm going to have to say goodbye now. We're just about done here. It's going downhill big time on this show. I should be on the Eurodam coming back from Hawaii right now, but sadly still in Vegas. We're in super creepy that the strip is closed. Malia, yeah, it is really amazing, isn't it? Let's see. Any other no, I'm done. I think I'm finished. I'm all done with the comments. Folks, thank you for joining me today and giving me a hard time here at the end of it. In one more May than one, I suppose. Oh my gosh, even now I'm doing it. Have a great afternoon and a good evening. Stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy out there. Look after your friends and be kind to your enemies. I'll join you live on Monday, 7 o'clock for sponsor members. If you'd like to become one, do so right now, and you'll be into that show. 7 o'clock, you'll get a notification to join us. We have a lot of fun from 7 to 8. I'm live at 8 o'clock Monday anyway on the channel, and we'll be talking about cruise ships. So thank you for that. Thank you for all your support of this channel, from picking up anything from RedBubble over here or my cell phone amplifier. Thank you. And thanks for watching and thumbs ups and all that. I will see all of you in the next little while. Keep an eye on my channel for new videos, because you never know when the next one is coming up there. I'm always on top of that. That's it for the surprise show. I think I'm going to get ready to plot dinner. We got pizza tonight, so looking forward to it. Thank you, everybody, for all your kind wishes and kind words and showing up unannounced. Hang in there at home and don't get that dreaded you know what. And let's stay on top of things. Karen, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Dwayne, Facebook user. Steve from Dayton, thank you. JRS Masters Game. Stephen Bean, HM the King. Jeff is here. I had Jeff here for a moment. Where's Jeff? From here you go, Jeff. Thank you for being here. Adelaide, South Australia. Love your commentary. Keep us up to date. Thank you, buddy, for joining me and following me, and I hope you're a subscriber. Thank you, Sylvan, across the Atlantic in a sailboat. If it doesn't have a buffet and at least 5 special restaurants, it's just not seaworthy. There you go. Thank you, guys. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. We'll talk to you later, everybody. Take care for now, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.